Hi everyone, this is James. Today I would like to show you how to make an automatic double entry bookkeeping template for very small business. It is super easy. What this template can do is when you input one transaction, it will debit one account and credit another account automatically. It does not need VBA or macro to do it, but you can add your own code of course. I must tell you that I am not an accountant. This template is for your reference only. I implemented several accounting systems from small scale to worldwide financial account. I also learned account in college and MBA course. This for your information. Before I show you how to make this template, let me have a quick demo of how it works. Suppose I have a general ledger with opening balances of all accounts. The opening balance are the balance brought forward from last financial year. I just copy and paste from last year's workbook. Now, let me input a transaction. Assume I had paid salary to Mary. Right here, I select the transaction type for this entry. It will pick one debit account and one credit account for me. The 6,000 amount is posted on this account. You can check this from last year closing balance. The bank checking account has 6,000 more than last year. Actually, the posting is controlled by a transaction type table which I define here. I have defined all transaction types required for this business here. I also make two account statements here. They are balance sheet and income statement. They are just a pure table created from the chart of account. Now, let me show you how to create this template step by step. First step is to create a chart of account. You don't need to input one by one. You can download a sample from this website. Click this link. The file will be downloaded to your hard drive immediately. Open the file and then copy and paste the whole chart of account on your worksheet. Now, define a name range for the account name. Now define the transaction type. I prefer create job list for user to select the account. Highlight the whole column, and then go to the data validation to define the job list. Type the account name range which we defined earlier. You may notice that this naming method has a disadvantage. If we add more transaction types, they will not appear in the job list, such as this dummy account. Therefore, we better define a dynamic name range. Let's go back to the type of account. Use the offset and count A function to define the dynamic name range. I will not explain detail here, since this is not an Excel lesson. We copy the debit account column to the credit account column, since they are exactly the same, only difference in the account. To save time, I have copied all the transaction type I defined here. Then we define all the transaction type as a table. Name the table here. Let's check the name manager to check if we define correctly. This time the job list includes the dummy account already. Okay, let's erase it and go on. We need to define the transaction type for another job list. It will be used by the transaction input. We also define it as a dynamic link range. Also use the offset and count A function. It's time to create a transaction list. We create a job list for the transaction type for user to select the transaction type. Use the VLOOKUP function to retrieve the account name. We can then copy down the formula to the rest of the list. However, you see, it is error when the transaction is empty. I use the ifError function to solve this problem. Let's input one more transaction to test it. Now we post the transaction amount to the chart of account. We will use the SUMIF function. That means we just sum up the transaction amount that match this account name. You see the transaction we inputted before are already posted here. In bookkeeping, we also need the balance brought forward. Balance brought forward actually the closing balance of last period. So we may copy the last period's balance to our workbook. Then define a name for this balance brought forward. Then we use VLOOKUP to add the balance brought forward to the current year. The debit amount is at the column 7. Oops, something wrong. This mistake in the balance brought forward name range. Let me fix it. Finally, the formula is correct. We can add the balance brought forward to the current amount. Let's input one more transaction to test it. For example, I input a daily sales transaction. It will debit the bank saving account and credit the retail sales. Sounds okay. It's time to create some account statement. We define our chart of account as a table first. Then we insert a pivot table. Use this defined table chart of account. This is a balance sheet. So we add a filter to select only the balance sheet account into this pivot table. Income statements are created in the same way. We are done here. If you want a copy of this template, you can contact me at my website. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.